Was that a big change for you having kids? I imagine it took a whole lot more time.
Yes, it is. You can prepare to have children, but you cannot be prepared.
How many do you have?
I have one.
Just one right
Just
now?
one, yeah.
Gotcha.
And he's a little over a year old. He's awesome. It's amazing to watch his brain grow and develop, So cool to watch him learn new things. It's just amazing. The whole process is a miracle. But yeah, so it changes everything. I mean, it changes a lot. I mean, the first thing it changes when you have a child is your sleep, so you don't get any of that.
Sounds like a fun time. If
That's
you were to
birth
kind of
control.
go ahead.
No, that's birth control for our younger viewers.
Yeah, it will change
You
everything.
can prepare for the kid. Maybe don't rush that in life. Be very, very prepared. Don't just accidentally have one.
Yeah.
Mess up the course of your life real quick.
Yes. One of the beautiful things about our marriage, we were married 10 years before we had a child. You think about most people, they just rush into it. In Dubai, it was one of my favorite places to go on a vacation. We went to Dubai. We stayed in the tallest hotel in the world, went to the tallest tower in the world, visited the largest floral arrangement in the world, went to the largest mall in the world, we played like two kids, my wife and I, a few years ago. And it was amazing to go to Dubai and just see the culture there and to hear about before they ever struck oil, what Dubai was like. And
Desert.
it was a very, poverty-stricken, country. And individuals there, the biggest bulk of work were pearl divers. So they would hop on these boats and go out, and they would dive for pearls, not using modern dive equipment. Okay, this is old school stuff. Yeah, and they would dive like 30 to 50 dives a day, if I remember correctly, diving for pearls. And on the boat, they would be singing songs to keep themselves motivated. It was very, very dangerous. A lot of guys lost their life. A lot of guys had permanent illnesses and damages and that kind of stuff from doing that. And then the country struck oil, and they believed it was a gift from God. And to this day, it's my understanding that if you're from Dubai and you get married in Dubai, that Dubai will give you a piece of land to build a home. They will give you a sum of money, and they would give you 1 year off to spend with your bride. You have a 1-year honeymoon to get to know them.
Dubai's a magical place from what I've seen.
And what do we do here? What do we do here?
I don't want to answer that.
What do we do here is we have a husband and a wife, or they're engaged, right? They get married. The average, they both work, so they're working their tail off. Then they've got all this debt for the ring. So homie goes out and buys a ring he can't afford. That may have gone on a credit card, by the way. And then they're both working their tail off, and they plan this wedding. It's going to cost, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $5,000, just depending. And then all of a sudden they go rush, and they get time off to go on a honeymoon, and they're gone for 3, 4, 5 days, maybe 6 or 7. And they come back, and it's time to go back to work. And then they find out months later they're expecting. So then they have a child, and it's like they never got to know each other.
Yeah. It all boils down to societal norms. That's one thing I've been looking into a lot recently, is that as you've read all these books, traveled and stuff, is that one thing that's really kind of piqued interest in your brain, like how different culturally the world is, and just it makes you look at things so much differently.
It makes you look so much differently. And there's so many things to glean and learn, from the cultures that are out there. I mean, just like in Dubai, the men's robe that they wear, it's got this long strand. They're old traditional ones. It's got this old strand. And when they would travel and go pearl diving, do those things, they would dip it in their wife's perfume. So when they were gone for several weeks or months or whatever, if they were ever sexually tempted, they could smell that. Isn't that cool?
That's very
it's
cool.
Just neat. Cool things to know. But yeah, culture is definitely amazing. I mean, there's no place on the planet I don't want to see.
Yeah, same here,
my
same here.
personal motto is they asked to see my office, so I showed them the world. I want to live by that. Where's Kevin? I think it's great. When I get on Zooms with people regularly, clients, they're like, where are you now? I'm like, I love that question. Where am I now? Where am I going now?
I asked him that on the first podcast. I said, where's your office right now? And he just pulled up his phone, pretty much.
Yeah. That, and then today I brought the RV, because I love to run at Graham Creek, as you know, and I had a lot of business meetings today, and I'm like, well, I'm going. Well, where am I going to shower? I was like, I'll shower in the RV. So I just drove the RV down here.
No excuses.
No excuses.